A Houston family couldn't renew the registration on their truck because their VIN was cloned in another state. How VIN cloning can cost you your car. Airlines are now required to refund you for canceled or delayed flights. Could this change the way airlines book flights? Stores are dropping Thanksgiving dinner prices even more this year. The new deals that will leave you the most thankful. And AIA home tours are getting underway. We're going to take you inside some Texas homes with ideas you might like to have in yours. But first, police say that VIN cloning happens about once a week here in Houston, so I want to warn you about it. Welcome to Dollars and Cents, the show that helps you save money and avoid scams. I'm your host, Heather Sullivan. A Houston family contacted us when they couldn't renew the registration on their truck because someone else registered their VIN on a similar truck in another state. Now, we helped them get that straightened out, but we also discovered a much bigger problem. Houston police say VIN cloning can have some serious financial consequences.
Everything about it it was just right for us.
Juan Herrera and his family bought this truck brand new.
It's a real nice truck. It's never been wrecked, never been an accident. You know, everything's perfect on it.
They registered it with the Texas DMV in 2022, no problem. But this year, the registration renewal was blocked.
In April, an insurance claim was done, and it was totaled. In May, it was sold at auction. I'm like, wait a minute, that's impossible. We've had this truck all this time.
Herrera discovered the VIN from his truck had been used in Florida to register this truck. Same make, same model, same color, listed as totaled and up for sale online. So here's the other truck owner's listing to sell the truck. There's the VIN number. And if you look inside the door, you can see the exact same VIN number is listed right here. The Herreras asked us for help, so we contacted the Texas DMV, which says the Department of Florida Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles then confirmed the Florida title was invalid. Houston Police Lieutenant Tolan Harding says VIN duplicates can sometimes be clerical errors, but that VIN cloning is the real problem. That's when criminals want to sell stolen or totaled vehicles. They find VINs for similar vehicles that have been listed for sale online.
Or they're finding another vehicle that's very similar and cloning the VIN number and putting that VIN number on the stolen car.
That vehicle is sold to an unsuspecting buyer, and the owner of the real vehicle assigned to the VIN may find that crooks have taken out a loan on the car, or that they can no longer register it or sell it.
There may be some registration problems because one state says, well, we're not going to register your car anymore because it's registered in a second state.
But those registration problems are now resolved for the Herreras.
Once I got the message from you that to go ahead and follow through and get it done ASAP to see if it went through, she went the following day to the DMV and she got it.
Yeah, so the National Motor Vehicle Title Information System records VINs to prevent duplicates like this. So we asked Florida how this happened, but we haven't heard back yet. Now, to try to protect your VIN, the police say you can cover the VIN under your windshield, but most vehicle VINs are online. So what you want to do is actually just Google your VIN, because you can find out there if it's been registered in another state or has someone put your vehicle up for sale. Also, watch your mail for parking tickets or toll fines for places that you haven't been. Those are red flags. And if your VIN has been cloned, you want to contact the Texas DMV right away. Now, a new report by Visa says Americans are being hit with a new wave of scams. It's called digital pickpocketing. Criminals use an electronic device to quickly scan someone's card while it's still in their wallet. The company recommends that you don't stand too close to people you don't know when you're out, and use a wallet with RFID protection that blocks those scans. And while we're talking about scams, here's one that went viral. Dashcam video shows a car on the Belt Parkway in Queens in New York intentionally reversing right into an SUV, revealing an apparent insurance scam. So take a look at how Fox's Duarte Geraldino shows us how it played out.
Oh my God!
This dashcam video posted on TikTok going viral over the weekend. It captures the moment a Honda Accord cuts off Ashipa Natasha on the Belt Parkway in Queens. She slams on the brakes, but then...
Oh my God, what is he doing? Babe! Babe, what happened?
You saw that right. The car in front backs into her.
I got into an accident. Oh my God. This guy just reversed into me. What the hell is going on? Reversed into you? Yeah. I'm shaking. My God.
Michael Salazar is a retired NYPD officer and criminal justice professor. He says Natasha's dash cam makes it clear this was no mistake.
Totally planned, and I'm sure they've done it before.
Salazar points out how something about their back window is peculiar.
When you watch the video again, you see that there was like a hefty bag covering the rear windshield, and then they were trying to prop it back up, apparently to cover up who the drivers were.
Alleged fraudsters like this often target people driving alone, especially women. The National Insurance Crime Bureau says these kinds of crashes are more common in busy cities where scammers prey on drivers in heavy traffic.
Well, thank God I have a dash camera. People cut you off and they're trying to say, oh, you scratched my car. I was like, oh, no, I did not. So when they come out and they see, they say, okay, I have right here. So.
And they just walk right on by?
Mm-hmm.
Salazar's advice, always have a dash cam and call 911 right away. Be clear with officers.
What I would tell my family is that when you call 911, you make sure you tell them that I was in an accident and I believe this person backed into me and caused an accident. So now it spells out a crime.
Duarte Geraldino, Fox News.
Very scary. All right, now it is time to talk turkey because several stores are coming out with their Thanksgiving meal deals. They can help you save on your Thanksgiving feast. And Target is the latest. It's saying it'll offer a $20 meal deal for 4 people. It includes all the fixins, including a turkey, potatoes, green beans, and cranberry sauce. Walmart says its Thanksgiving deal will feed 8 people for $7 apiece. And Aldi has a Thanksgiving deal that feeds 10 people for a total of $47. And Sam's Club is also offering a Thanksgiving deal to feed a family of 10 for under $100. The meal includes smoked whole turkeys, dinner rolls, macaroni and cheese, and more. Sam's Club says the meals are pre-cooked and can be delivered to members and served in under 2 hours. How about that? Well, some new federal rules are now in effect requiring U.S. Airlines to automatically give you that refund if your flight is canceled or significantly delayed. So Kevin Cork breaks down what exactly that means.
Delayed by more than 3 hours on that next domestic flight, and it automatically qualifies passengers for a full refund. The same is true on international flights, delayed more than 6 hours. The new refund rules now fully in effect, marking the latest change by the Department of Transportation.
From day one of this administration, we have been working to improve the entire experience for airline passengers.
The DOT's policy clarifying how and when refunds need to be processed. Under the latest guidelines, an airline must provide refunds automatically without passengers specifically requesting them. Additionally, airlines and ticket agents are required to complete the refund within 7 days for credit card purchases, 20 days for other forms of payment.
When you force a company to do the right thing, they tend to get better.
But the move has faced pushback from the airline industry. And SMU economist Mike Davis says it may not be all good news for travelers, given the new reimbursement rules could now mean higher prices for airline tickets due to the forced payout to customers.
The other thing that I wonder and actually worry about is whether the airlines are going to be adjusting schedules to make it more likely that they can avoid these kinds of delays.
And this new federal rule also means compensation for significantly delayed baggage. In other words, if your luggage isn't delivered within 12 hours on a domestic flight, you guessed it, those baggage fees you paid will now also be refunded. In Washington, I'm Kevin Cork, Fox News.
All right. And if you haven't booked your holiday travel yet, now is really the time to do it. Prices are lower now than they will be closer to the holidays, but you should know they are also up this year over last year. Fox's Sarah Algueri is at the airport with the outlook.
Yeah, flight prices are trending higher this year compared to last, but the time to book is right now. Experts say those prices are only going to continue to rise day by day, so if you don't buy now, you'll miss out.
As we get closer to the holidays, especially in those weeks leading up, we could see prices increase 10 to 20%. So like I said, if you haven't booked yet, you're going to want to book as soon as possible. Now is really the sweet spot to get those good deals.
Data from the travel agency Hopper shows airfare is up 10% this Thanksgiving, an average of $300 for a round trip. That's up $30 from last year. And as far as Christmas goes, expect to pay a little over $400 compared to last year's $380. Experts warn these prices will rise even more once Halloween hits. Now to save, consider booking a late night or early morning flight. If you fly the Thursday or Monday before Thanksgiving, you'll save the most, according to Hopper. For return flights, choose Black Friday or the Monday after Thanksgiving. Yeah, but travelers just tell me they're doing all they can to save a few extra bucks.
Actually, I booked it like 2 weeks ago, so as far as in advance as you know, travel as cheap as you can because you can spend the money on where you're at for other things, like for the food and buying clothes and just for whatever you stumble into as far as events.
Now, if you'd like to travel abroad this holiday season, Hopper shows those international prices are trending much lower this year compared to last. In Houston, Sarah Allegre, Fox 26 News.
Sounds like this could be the year to go abroad. All right, the Federal Trade Commission recently issued a new rule to help you save some money by making it easier to cancel subscriptions. But several trade groups are now already suing the agency. The click to cancel rule would require businesses to get your consent for auto renewals after that free trial and make canceling a subscription easier. A lawsuit from the Internet and Television Association claims click to cancel is an abuse of discretion. So we'll keep you posted on what happens. Well, the AIA Houston home tour is coming up November 2nd and 3rd, a showcase of style by architects and designers. It's a 2-day self-guided tour of custom homes with really innovative designs and sustainable features. Now, these shows happen in cities around the country, and our sister station in Austin gives us a sneak peek of some of the ideas you might want to incorporate into your own home.
Or making our way around some of the AIA Homes Tour stops, and we're in this 1930s storybook bungalow. Jess Deaver, Nick Deaver, the architects behind this beauty. So tell us a little bit about the story that made this house come to life to be what it is today.
Well, it was a really special story, actually, because our clients came to us and they were wanting a modern house. And so they found us on the AIA Austin website when they were looking for resources for architects. And they came to see us at our office in Nick's house, where it's a historic bungalow, or a historic bungalow that actually lives modern. So it's got a lot of modern features to it. And they said, I think that's what we want as well.
Father-daughter duo of architects. So what was this project like? What are some of the features that folks are going to see in this house?
Well, one of the really things that we found special here, I did want to mention this was the first project that Jess and I have designed as full partners. She's been with me for a little over 7 years. She became my partner recently, and we're so proud that this is our very first project that got executed. One of the fun parts about it was having a challenge, which was to not only satisfy the Landmark Commission and all the neighbors who wanted to preserve this old house, but also to achieve what our clients wanted, which was to have a lifestyle that was more open to the outdoors. So the challenge of the house was to keep the people happy in the neighborhood, but also to open this up to something larger. And so if you'll notice our big windows that we have to the side and the effort we did to get very close to the magnificent trees, it was an idea of taking the house and connecting it to Austin's beautiful urban forest.
Well, you guys have done an incredible job. Congratulations on the first project. Well done. And this is one of 9 stops that people will see this weekend on the Homes Tour. Ingrid, what do people need to know as they make their way out?
I think they just need to know that there's going to be a large variety of houses. There's restorations, there's ADUs, there's new builds. It's just going to be a lot. I just want people to take care when they're parking, be careful. But I think it's going to be a beautiful weekend.
Yeah, great way to get some inspiration and check out beautiful neighborhoods, beautiful homes throughout Austin. 10 to 6, Saturday and Sunday. Where do people get tickets? And this is self-guided, so they can really visit any house in any order.
They really can. If you go to AIAaustin.org, you'll find tickets.
Okay, AIAAustin.org for those tickets. So many houses to check out this weekend. Reporting in South Austin, Tiara Newbaum, Fox 7 Austin News.
And again, we've got it going on in Houston, November 2nd and 3rd as well, so check it out. All right, Amazon just announced a new perk for Prime members, and that's some gas savings. Prime members can now get a 10-cent discount per gallon at 7,000 gas stations across the country, including BP, Amoco, and a few others. The benefit requires Prime members to have an Earnify account linked to their Amazon account. Amazon says the average Prime member can save about $70 a year. And next year, it says it plans to add electric vehicle charging at a discount. Well, more retailers are offering subscriptions with discounts and deals. And just this week, Kroger also rolled out a free year of Disney Plus streaming services with a year subscription. But how do you know when you should pay money to save money? Well, we asked AARP to break it down for us.
Amazon Prime, Target Circle 360, Walmart Plus. How do you know if a paid subscription will actually help you save?
You have to be realistic about yourself, and you have to look at what your habits are already as opposed to what your aspirational habits are.
AARP compared some membership costs to some of the potential savings. Amazon Prime costs $139 a year. You get fast free shipping, Prime Day deals, Whole Foods Market discounts, free music, videos, books, and games. Amazon Prime members can now add a one medical membership for $9 a month, and Prime members on Medicare can get Prime's RX Pass.
For that one price of $5 a month, you can get as many medications off of their, it's like 60 common medications that they have as you need.
The new Target Circle 360 for $99 a year can pay off in months if you get weekly grocery or product deliveries. It also offers unlimited free same-day delivery through Shipt and 30 extra days for returns. And Walmart Plus is $98 a year. If you order groceries for delivery, it pays for itself in a few orders that are over $35, plus a Paramount Plus Essential Plan and 10 cents off per gallon at select gas stations. AARP says a big plus is free virtual veterinarian appointments through POP.
One of the new perks in Walmart Plus is 24/7 free telehealth for your pet, where you can get on and with Princess or Fido and talk to a veterinarian.
To decide whether to pay for a retail membership, check your financial statements to see how much you're already shopping there.
How much are you spending at this particular store or that particular store? And if it's like, up in the thousands, then these things might definitely be a very good deal.
Now, AARP says multi-person households tend to save more than single people with memberships because they simply buy more stuff and take advantage of more of those discounts. So you want to compare the costs of the membership to your actual spending habits and what you can expect to save on things that you usually buy, and that'll tell you whether it's a good deal for you. Now, jury duty scams are making the rounds once again, duping people into paying fines because they miss reporting for jury duty, and these scams can be very convincing. We're going to sit down with the Better Business Bureau in a moment to talk about what you need to watch out for. But first, I want to show you Fox's Christopher King showing us how some folks in the Atlanta area lost tens of thousands of dollars to the jury duty scam.
Sir, it is imperative that you return this call as soon as possible.
It sounds convincing.
This is Sergeant Gregory Jackson with the Cobb County Sheriff's Office.
Someone claiming to be from a sheriff's office or a court calls you and says you have a citation for failure to appear for jury duty.
Yes, he's very convincing.
Scott Herbert tells us he got a similar call.
Sheriff for the Cobb County Sheriff's Department. He stated that I was in failure to appear and I had citations related to the jury.
The guy on the other end told him he owed a lot of money.
$30,000.
Herbert told the guy he'd try to resolve the matter in person.
And I said, well, then can I bring it to the clerk's office. And then I was told I'd be arrested.
The past several months, we've had multiple complaints of this type of activity going on.
Lieutenant Colonel Arthur Peralta is with the Cobb County Sheriff's Office.
And then they will tell you that you either have to pay a court fee, a fine, because you've missed jury duty, or that you have to pay some kind of bond to get your family member out of jail.
Peralta says crooks will ask for your credit card, gift cards, cryptocurrency, or cash. They even tried it on his agency.
Many of the individuals at the Cobb County Sheriff's Office, including the sheriff, have been called by people claiming to be from the sheriff's office.
They'll ask for cash to be sent directly, or they'll request name, date of birth.
Sergeant Leon Milholland is with Sandy Springs Police. He says in recent weeks, bogus officers ripped off residents for tens of thousands of dollars.
Believed to be roughly around $50,000.
Herba didn't fall for the trick.
I says, well, you could, if you need to arrest me, that's fine. I hung up.
We're talking about scary things. Scammers are still trying to scare people into thinking that they missed jury duty. This game's been going on for years, but we've got Leah Napoliello from the Better Business Bureau here to tell us about what's going on now. Thanks so much for being with us.
Sure.
I know it's been around for a while, but here we go again. So tell us how this scam works.
So basically, the scammer pretends to be either law enforcement or a county official, and they reach out to people, either call them, text, or email, saying that they've skipped their jury duty and there's a warrant out for their arrest and they could face jail time unless they pay a very hefty fine immediately to this person. And of course, it's just a scammer. It's not really a law enforcement or anything like that. They're just trying to get that money out of you, or sometimes your personal information too.
Right. Yeah. So dangerous on both fronts.
Right.
What are some of the red flags for this?
So you want to be wary of anyone that's contacting you out of the blue unsolicited. So these county officials and law enforcement are not just going to contact you over the phone or text or something like that. They'll send a letter if there is any type of issue with your jury duty. So if you get that type of unsolicited contact, that should raise some red flags for you right there.
And they're going to ask for money through some different kind of forms, which the courthouse would never ask for too, right?
Right, exactly. They'll ask for unusual payment methods like prepaid debit card, gift card, Cash App, or Bitcoin, and those are untraceable methods. So the scammer doesn't want to be tracked down, so they're going to want you to pay using unusual methods rather than just a credit card.
Yeah. So what can we do to try and protect ourselves if we get this phone call or what have you?
So the best thing to do is not to react immediately. Don't provide any information, especially if they're threatening you in any way, even though it does strike that fear in you. But you should just hang up the phone if you're on the phone with them, and contact a county official or law enforcement and ask them what's going on. So for Harris County, that's the Harris County District Clerk or Harris County Sheriff's Office, and they can tell you that this is a scam. You don't want to provide any personal information or any payment information to this individual.
And I think probably what trips people up is they're feeling under pressure, and this is it is a legal responsibility. You're supposed to report for jury duty,
right?
But so people kind of feel that pressure when this happens.
Right, exactly. It does strike that fear in you and feels very threatening. So people want to immediately respond and give out their payment or whatever they can do to make this go away. But it is just a scam. You don't want to fall for that.
Yeah, and you want to report it to the police and to the BBB too,
right? Exactly. Report it to law enforcement and the Better Business Bureau.
Okay, Leah Napoliello with the BBB. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
Great warning for us. And finally, a trend growing in popularity is all about saving money instead of spending it. It's the No Buy Challenge, and it has people making a list of non-essential items that they will not spend money on for a set period of time. Some do it a whole year, some a month or a week, but the trend has gained popularity as a way to pay down some credit card debt or save up for a big purchase. And at the end, you can then reevaluate whether you want to go back to spending money on those items or just give them up completely and continue to put your money towards something else instead. All right, that's our show. Thanks so much for joining us. Drop me a line anytime on Instagram, Facebook, or X. It's all Heather Sullivan, Fox 26. I love getting your notes. And you'll find more ways to save every day on Sullivan Smart Cents on fox26houston.com. We'll see you next time right here on Dollars and Cents.